There are some news. I don't know if you're watching or if you're paying attention to the Discord server. Captain Rulevelt posted something about the funding for the next DLC. Posted the link to public funding of X4. Let's talk about this first. Let me show you what I mean by doing this. Ha! There it is. Nice. X4, that's Cradle of Humanity. Oh, this is okay. This is closed. Cradle of Humanity is closed. That was the one that already got through, and that's the amount of money that they got from the government. This is public knowledge, so there's nothing hidden about this. And this one was running until 31st December 2020. And we're looking at this here. X4 Ahoy! We got the next one! Look at that! Look at that! X4 Ahoy! Why does that say Ahoy? By the way, this is still pending. Can you read it? Yeah, this means pending. So that's one that is running at the moment. There you can see a picture of maybe already new ships. Is that already new ships? Is that ships new? Or do you remember this ship type? Is that maybe a new ship type? I think it is. We could be looking at the first new ship type. That's already new ships. We got the first discovered ships. And do you know why that thing is called Ahoy? I think you could be right with pirates. Arr, space pirate. Let's have a look into that, because it's not all. I was just showing you a few new ships, but that's not all. The funding is twice as huge as the last time. The last time we had 190,000 credits. 190,000 credits, yeah. This time we have 381,000 credits. And look at the date. The date is important, because the last time the Cradle of Humanity is set to 31st of December. And when did Cradle of Humanity came out? It was in March. So about 2.5 months after that. 2.5 months after that would mean, so we're maybe looking at a release date, a planned release date of December 21. Maybe. Let's put that into DeepL. Ahoy working title is the third content expansion for the space simulation sandbox game X4 Foundation's first release in 2018. The focus here is on strengthening the gameplay element of piracy by significantly expanding the game universe with content elements such as sectors, spaceships, space stations, characters, new factions. In addition, there will be a new storyline that will deal with the topic of piracy in the X universe, and in particular with the new pirate factions. Will that be an official DLC from Ubisoft, or like, no, that's the official DLC from Ubisoft. That's the next DLC we're talking about. That's the third DLC. We're talking about definitely a big upgrade. If you like take in consideration that not only they have like double the amount of money that they wanted for the last DLC, and that this DLC was a very, very good selling DLC, we're maybe talking about I don't know, like we're talking about a lot more funding for a new DLC. And like I said, they're going to 14th September 2021, which would mean maybe we're getting this for holiday season this year, or maybe the start of next year. But because it's so huge, because they need so much funding, maybe we're talking about double the amount of time that they also need to produce it. That's why they put double the amount of money in there to be funded. Just a guess. So from my side, it was just a heads up to give you some cool information. But no, Boren, well, you don't know. Maybe they just don't want, maybe, so hear me out, maybe they're just putting all of this stuff into this funding campaign because they need to. But of course, they could leave out some stuff that should not be known publicly. We could be talking about something that they just haven't or just didn't want to announce. No planet landing. I don't think we will see planet landing in X4 ever. I don't think that the engine can handle this. This is just something that needs to be postponed into another game. By the way, I'm working on Australia, like, really hard. I have written today maybe the most important and most interesting part of the first episode. I've written through it today. And it was so cool to write it. Like, some of you already know that I'm writing Australia, a novel about Space Operations Delta, where we will fly with the Space Navy ship Australia. And this complete novel will be accessible for free. I'll put it on my website where you can download it for free, read it next month, next episode. And today I was writing a very interesting part, and I didn't know where to go with that part at the start. I didn't really knew, because I have no screenplay which I follow. I kind of let this episode run in my head, and I kind of react to the things that I'm coming up with in a creative style. The big story behind an episode is already written out in a few sentences, not too much, because I don't want to have too much boundaries for myself. The core story is written out, and the rest will unfold while I write it. And today I unfold like a very cool stuff.